compared to normal, there's like a noticeable amount, or a lack rather, of cars. Like, normally I have to speak really loudly to record myself because of all the noise. There's just like silence, so I'm a little bit scared of what I'll find at Walmart, or rather what I will not find. The only thing that I just didn't think about, because it just wasn't high on my list, is the dog food, which we're probably a week away from. Like, I should probably get more. So that's our number one mission today. I've got lots of other things that I would like to get, but really it's about the dog food. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got everything we needed. I think the only thing they didn't have was Lysol wipes and bleach. I already have bleach at home and I've got some Lysol wipes, so we're good. I just wanted more. I don't know, but part of me is like, we'll live, we'll be okay. But yeah, we're definitely starting a little self-quarantine. So for sure 1 week, I think. After that, I'm gonna see the situation and maybe go back out for some produce because that will definitely run out. But aside from fresh food, I've got everything else. I've got staples, so we're definitely gonna be fine. And I got wax for the braces, because that's real. Okay, so Alex and I are doing a self-quarantine. So what is a self-quarantine? Well, I'm defining it as a quarantine that we put upon ourselves, meaning we're not sick, there's been no doctor visit where somebody told us we have to self-quarantine. There's been no legal side of the house that has suggested it. But as you know from watching the news, we have a virus going on and we've got just lots of, I'm gonna use the word chaos happening right now. And I think the smart thing to do is to just slow down and just take a break and I guess see where it goes. Alex actually told me that he wants Mexican or local tacos. This is a first, guys. I don't think Alex has ever said this to me. So of course, in honor of that, we're getting tacos delivered to us from Uber Eats, but it's gonna be the last one for a while. I'm not gonna put an actual end date to this, but basically a while. My intention with the quarantine, the self-quarantine that we're doing, is once a week, we are gonna leave to, I'm gonna leave to get our laundry done because we do not have a washer dryer here. Unless of course I feel like that the situation has gone crazy, then honestly I could hand wash what we need. It would just suck, but I can do it. It is what it is. But my plan right now is to only leave the house for walking the dog, getting laundry, and then once a week ordering from Rappi, which is kind of like Uber Eats, but they go to grocery stores for you. So once a week, getting all of the perishable items that we're for sure gonna run out of. That being said, I've definitely stocked up on enough. I'm gonna use the word boring, quite frankly, because canned foods and rice and beans to me is in like the boring list of things you could eat, but we do have enough of that to last a much longer period if we need to, but hopefully it doesn't get to kind of that level, if that makes sense. But once a week, we're gonna be ordering groceries, doing our laundry, or walking nearby to get our laundry done for us, and then every day, unfortunately, walking the dog. I say unfortunately, but obviously I would rather walk the dog than have him go in the apartment, which has nothing for him to go onto but the red couch, and that would suck. All right, so we ordered so many tacos. This is pastor meat. This is pastor meat on nachos. And then I love how they sealed everything up. So these are all just various tacos that has meat on the inside. And then this one has different meat, basically. All the toppings that I could want. Some beverages. Oh, and some more tortillas are in there. So yeah, this is, I want to say it's about $25 worth, which is the most I have ever ordered for just me and Alex. But yeah, this is our very last meal that I don't have to cook myself, but I think it'll last a few. Like it's for sure today, and then I think tomorrow, and maybe even this one, the meat will last even longer, I think. So, bon appetit. So my plan during this time is to hunker down on making videos. Obviously there will be less like, look what I'm doing in Mexico, so much as single mom tips, but nonetheless, focusing on videos, focusing on doing transcribing, because I've already broken my budget down really to its bare bones, because if I'm not going out, I'm not spending as much money. So now basically 100% of what I make on Rev or my courses or just everything else is available for saving and investing. And I'm doing like 50-50. I'm saving just because I just can't predict the future right now. So I think when in doubt, save, but also this is in my opinion, and I'm not an expert if you've seen my videos on investing, but I do think when the prices are low, that's when you buy, and that's what I'm doing is picking the companies that I trust the most, that I think will have no issues surviving after this virus situation finishes. And yeah, I'm putting my money in those companies. So that's what I'm doing. Alex is continuing with his homeschool, but I'm also going to introduce him to some other websites, because with this situation happening, so many people are either giving free access to their online courses, or they're just reiterating like, hey, we're still here, we're free, you might want to use us. So I'm going to introduce Alex to those, but I'm very confident he's also going to continue with his Lego playing, Lego video making, and he's trying to write a Minecraft book. So that's what Alex is going to be doing while we, don't get crazy being stuck in a house all day long. And then in terms of these braces, it hasn't hurt. So of course my teeth, or the gums I guess, were tender initially, but now that has gone away. But instead my brackets are rubbing up against the inside of my mouth. So thank goodness friends told me about wax for braces, because they are amazing. So I only need two, one on each kind of corner of my mouth. So yes, I'm also hopeful that we can remain on schedule with our braces, because I am scheduled to get my bottom braces, and then Alex is scheduled to get his braces done soon. So we'll see. But at the end of the day, we're not going to die if we have to postpone braces for a little bit. So I'm curious if anybody else is self-quarantining, and I guess how you feel about that, or if you've got any tips and tricks. Mostly everything I do is either automatic or online, and so long as I don't lose the internet, we should be fine. So I'm not overly worried, but I do know two things. One, we can go stir crazy by being kind of stuck in a box for long periods of time, and there's kind of a mental game to it where if you know you can't do something, suddenly you want to do it. So I feel like that might be part of the reason why Alex wanted to have tacos, is like it's this random thing that we're not going to be able to order, or I'm not letting us order for at least a little bit. Every week we'll reanalyze the situation locally and see, what changes I think I need to make. But I feel like we're playing the long game. We're playing the long game when it comes to stocks. We're playing the long game when it comes to this quarantine. So I'm looking ahead. Like part of the concerns I have for the future, honestly, is when Alex and I have to go back to the States to renew our visa. I've got just so many questions around that situation, and if there's any other alternatives, because traveling right now is honestly not on my list of things to do and not a priority. But if I have to, for visa purposes, then I have to. So yeah, I'm really reconsidering things. Our Airbnb in New York has already canceled on us. They had a positive case of coronavirus in the building, and so my host was like, yeah, we're leaving. We're not staying here, so you can't come. So yeah, that pros and cons to that, of course, but mostly just a lot of uncertainty with what we're going to do in the future when it comes to traveling. As a general rule, I would absolutely just cancel all travel, but if it wasn't for that visa situation, yeah, I just don't know a way around that at this time. Let me know what you're doing, and if you've got any workaround for this visa, because we've got some more time we want to stay here, and honestly this feels like home to me right now, and I don't want to leave this country, this city yet.